Well, good evening, everybody. Yes, it is I, Nick Rosario. I am back from outer space. I just fucked in when you hear with that said look upon your face. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to survive. All right, pal. But here we are. Wednesday night. I don't know. That's right. Said, hey, hey. Okay. Gloria Gaynor. I love her. I love that. It's an anthem for everyone, I tell you. But yes, Absolutely. It is Wednesday night, and we are back. We're here. It is the round table. Again, I'm happy to be back. I know I was not here last week. And as you can see, we are missing our fourth member of our group. Anthony couldn't be with us. But the show must go on. Here we are. So again, I'm Nick Rosario as always. I try my best to steer this ship that we have here. And it's been great to watch, though, when I'm not here, to watch everybody, get to interact with each other and do different things. So it's fun. It's great. But I am happy to be back. Delilah Crespo, of course. How are you doing, Delilah? How's it going for you?
I'm glad to be on the show because it does help me decompress. It's been crazy. Like it feels like this has been the longest year, but also the shortest year at the same time.
Yeah, no,
hard to explain.
No.
So that's why I was like so ready to get on tonight. I'm glad you're with us because I feel like Tina and I did a great job, but with two of us, it's like, what do we do?
You got to do all the talking. That's what you got to do. You got to just keep moving.
Like, how do we fill the void? Yeah. How do we fill the void?
Yeah. The killer of any podcast, silence.
Yeah, we're like, how do we add to more topics then? And that's basically what we did. We just added more topics to fill the hour, which I think we did great.
It was fun. Absolutely.
We did good. It's an hour.
Awesome.
Less talking heads, more talking points.
There it is.
Good point.
And just like the talking heads, we're on a road to nowhere. Come on inside. Sorry, I'm just full of song lyrics today. Don't mind me. Tina, how are you doing? Tina Winter, of course. Tina, what's going on?
I'm doing good. Like Delilah, I'm glad for the show because it's let me decompress before I hop on a plane.
Yes, Tina is leaving us.
Puerto Vallarta for 5 days. So
I'm only slightly jealous. Slightly jealous. But yes, That's great. I'm glad you're getting away because, hey, we all need a break sometime, right?
We do. And speaking of, we'll be back after the Thanksgiving break. I think
next week is such a, I have like 11 straight. Well, I don't work all of them, but there's like 11 straight events at the United Center. And it's like, it's crazy. And it's the holidays, right? It's everybody's scattering and doing their thing. So, this will probably be our last show for November. And in December, I believe, 2nd is the first Tuesday in December. We should be back. So, and here we go. Again, I'm glad you're all here with us. I'm glad I'm here with Tina and Delilah. I think we got a pretty good show for you. I think you're going to enjoy this. So, hey, as always, how do we start every show? Or how does every game start? With coin toss. All right, here we go. So, ladies, I'm going to throw something out here at you to begin with. Listen to these stats. This was a quarterback from last year. These are his stats, 2024. I'm not going to give you anything else but just the stats. 4,319 yards passing, 35 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and a passer rating of 102.5. Now, if I just gave you that, you would say, oh my God, that quarterback is phenomenal, right? With numbers like that, how could you go wrong, right? Well, apparently the Minnesota Vikings, that wasn't enough for them because those numbers belong to none other than the man that they let go, Mr. Sam Darnold. Remember, guys, they were a playoff team last year, 15-2, yada, yada, yada. Darnold has a great year, but no, we do not want Sammy. J.J. McCarthy's our guy. So Sammy gets thrown to the Seattle Seahawks. I almost said Supersonics. It's not basketball, and they haven't been around for years. But Seattle Seahawks, right? And
I want them back, though.
No, it would be great to have the Supersonics. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I gotta stop singing.
But anyway, we're good. We're stay with football.
We're the win.
Exactly.
Sweeping the lane.
Yes, all right.
Whatever it is.
So again, and this is the thing. We all know, and if you guys watch football, you all know this. Sam had a pretty bad week against Los Angeles Rams, where he threw 4 picks, which Tina's clapping. That's fine. But no, And right away, if you watch any sports shows, or if you watch anything, oh my God, here we go. This is the Sam Darnold we all thought he was. This is what in the world did he had a horror. This is indicative of how he is. This is going to be. Give me a break, people. It's
one bad game. One bad game.
Think about this. He's got 10 interceptions total on the year, and 4 were in one game.
Right.
It's not like the guy was throwing 4 interceptions every damn game. He's got 17 touchdown passes for, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's got 2,541 yards. He's well on his way to 4,000 again. And everybody's throwing Sam Darnold under the bus. Tina, why? Why are they doing that? What is going on?
For clicks and likes. The likes come from everybody that didn't like Sam Darnold in the first place. And so now this just proves their point. And the clicks are, it starts conversations like us.
Yeah.
Having
true.
Right here.
True.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, the Rams are a damn good team. So, I mean, but people were saying before that the Seahawks they were the better team. They would overtake them. They would win the division. I mean, they still can. I mean, come on, people. We still have what?
They have 7 games
more
left.
weeks.
They have 7 weeks because they haven't had their bye, I guess. So, yeah, they have 7.
Yeah. We've got 6 because there's 17 or 18 weeks.
No, they have 7 games left. They're 7-3. They have 7 games left. They had their bye already, is what I meant to say. Sorry. So they have 7 left.
Right.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, Delilah, they're playing. Listen to these teams they're playing, though. Again, they're 7-3, right? 1 game behind now, of course, the Rams. Their next 3 games are the Titans, the Vikings, and the Falcons. Now, if you ask me, those are 3 winnable games for the Seahawks with the defense that they do have.
Yeah.
Like, forget Darnold for a second. Their defense has been killer this year. And even
they have.
in Sunday's game, the Rams have one of the leading offenses in the NFL. And again, if Darnold had a half-decent game, they probably would have won the game. So you can't, again, it's a bad game. He had one. That's it. Fine. Great. Hopefully he doesn't have another one like that. But I mean, and that's my thing, Delilah. Like, given what the resurgence kind of the Seahawks and them, getting rid of, Geno Smith and setting him off to the Raiders with his old coach there, Mr. Whatever, Carroll.
Right.
I'm starting to remember his name. Carroll, right? That guy.
But I
mean, in all seriousness, though, when you look
at too old to football anymore.
Listen, I believe that Sam Darnold is a victim of what we've seen other quarterbacks who've been in like just crap teams for a long time and have been backup for a lot of the time. And I feel like that just kind of has dogged him. You know what I mean? Kind of like Carson Wentz. I'm not saying like, do you know what I mean? Like, again, I think Sam Darnold is much better, but it's the same. Do you know what I mean? Like, these guys they played backup quarterback multiple times, but they've come in and they've showed that they can play, right? Like, they can actually start. Now, here's some stats, as you're reading stats, right?
Oh, sure.
Tom Brady, the GOAT, has had multiple 4 interception games in his career, including the one against the Bills in 2011 and against the Colts in 2006. So, again, I'm not saying Sam Darnold is Tom Brady. That's not my point. But my point is that quarterbacks sometimes they have a crap game that they wish they could get back, right? Yeah. But I agree with you. That should not negate everything else that he's done all season. And like you said, last year, just because he's not infallible, right? Like, I feel like that's the other thing too. He's not given the same grace, as other quarterbacks for the same reason. Because we are prejudging him based on being in previous teams that were not good. Right?
Correct. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Peyton Manning, another quarterback who's had multiple games where he had 4 interceptions, right? Including the 4 in the playoffs lost to the Patriots. So I'm just saying that it happens where quarterbacks have bad days. And I don't think that Sam Darnold should be, just dog like that.
No, for sure. And again, good evening. He says, "Hey, Nick is back," but is that good thing? Oh, there it is. Yes, thank you, Ben. If I ever want to be humbled, I just got to read a Ben Cornett comment, and I just go right back to Thanks a lot, Ben. Love you too, buddy. Love you too. Thank you for tuning in. Of course, love you, buddy. But no, and I'm going to say one more thing and get out of here. But it's just like with that. But I just when I looked at last year's stats, I knew we had a good year. Obviously, I knew what Minnesota did last year, and you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But think about that. 4,300 yards he passed for with 35 touchdowns and 12 interceptions only in 17 games. Like, that guy had a great season. That's an average of at least 2 touchdowns every game. And I'm sure there was probably games where he had 3 or whatever. But, I mean, and then just to come in, and Minnesota says, I don't want you, because they had JJ coming back from his season, that season-long injury he had. And again, the Minnesota Vikings are another story, and JJ McCarthy's struggles are a topic for another time. But I just feel like, like Sam got an opportunity to lead a team again, and he's doing it very well. Again, yes, he has a good defense behind him, but if you look at most good Super Bowl teams that have won, they have a good defense, because defense wins championships, right? We've all said that. We all kind of believe that. So, there you go.
No, we do.
Yeah, we all kind of believe that, right? The defense wins championships. Come on. I mean, because it's an offensive league. We all know that everything's geared towards offense these days. So when you get a defense that really plays well, you're just like, oh, look, you get the offense, now you got the defense. But on to another team that, to me, is kind of getting some unfair criticism, which is kind of why I want to talk about this. The Philadelphia Eagles, who are 8-2, by the way. I just want to remind everyone that it's not like the Eagles are 5-5 going into a week. They're.
Oh, you mean like the Chiefs?
We're going to get to that, my dear. But yes, like the Chiefs. Exactly. Very good. But you know what I mean? Because, obviously, we've had the last few weeks, we've had all the A.J. Brown talk, stuff that he said, and oh, my God, is there trouble in Philadelphia? It's not, is there a Super Bowl hangover? Yada, yada, yada. All the stuff, comes up. And again, and I get what you're saying, Delilah, about the click, or Tina, about the clicks, and, blah, 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 blah. Is this, that? But, when it comes down to it for us, because we're all fans, we're just giving our perspective. No offense to Stephen A. Smith and all those people, we're not paid to give our opinion. So we come straight from what we believe and what we think, not what we think anybody wants to hear. So I just want to clarify that. And so that's why I say, the Eagles are 8-2, my friend. And here's the thing. Jalen Hurts' numbers, some people, you may not be impressed by this, but I kind of am. Because, again, I like looking up stats, and I had to look these up for this year. He's at 1,995 yards passing, which, again, that's right around 2,000. So, hey, could get to 3,000 something. Could be a good year for 16 touchdowns to 1 interception. That's remarkable to me. This guy is not turning the ball over. 1 interception in 10 games? Not bad at all. I mean, I'm saying not bad at all. Yes, I mean, his passer rating's 107. So, no offense. It's not Jalen Hurts. And he's been taking a lot of the criticism, right? Why is A.J. Brown not involved in the offense? Last time I checked, they have a play caller, right? He doesn't call the play. Sure, he can audible at the line. He can do this and that. But he's not the offensive coordinator, my people. And I'm sorry. I feel like A.J. Brown does get double-teamed a lot because people know that's their number one guy. So Devontae Smith has had an opportunity to prove himself this year and get extra catches. You still got, what's my guy's name? Dallas Goedert, who's had a really good year as a tight end. You picked up Tank Bigsby from Jacksonville at the trade deadline, and this guy averages 9 yards a run in his last 4 games whenever he's been in there. So, I don't – Delilah, where's the hate coming from? What is this just – we don't want to see the Eagles in the Super Bowl again?
Yes, it's just the Eagles. We've seen it, right? We see all the fandom, and it's one of those things where – because of their fans, something could be a bit much. I understand, and sure. I feel that that's where that comes from. To be honest, I feel like the Eagles are one of those teams that everybody loves to hate, kind of thing. Yeah. We have a few of those.
Tina does.
So, and so it's just. I do think that's what it is. I really do feel like they're just being really judgy because they're the Eagles, and we've seen it where Jalen Hurts, even though he's won, a Super Bowl, he's been to the Super Bowl twice. We always see that he was always questioned, right? Is he? And it's like, bro, he went to the Super Bowl twice and he won one of them. You know what I mean? And so I do feel like that it carries that. And then we saw that they tried to ban the tush push and, all this stuff we've seen. because, like you said, like you were joking with the Georgia Bulldogs, like they have proven that it is important to have a defense. And I like that. I actually really like that they brought back that like mentality of, no, you actually do need a strong defense to beat someone like Kermit, as our friend here likes to call him. Because you do. Because the only way you beat a quarterback like that is to throw them off their game, to constantly pressure them, to constantly sack them, to do whatever you can so they can't get that ball out of their hand, right? That's literally what you want. And the Eagles figured it out. And as soon as the Eagles gave everybody the formula, people have learned.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
I know she's going to go with going on the other, like, her division, but I'm saying I do think that.
No, what I'm saying is our division showed everybody else how to beat the Chiefs,
and so
the Eagles just took that formula and used it in the Super Bowl.
There you go.
They used it.
I'm not saying they didn't. I'm just saying I think our division showed everybody, because we beat them once last year. The Chargers beat them last year.
Right.
The Raiders were pretty close to beating them last year, because our division has been drafted simply to beat the Chiefs.
Right? That's like the main focus.
The point of our teams is to beat the Chiefs.
Yeah,
so, but
true.
I'm not taking away what the Eagles did in the Super Bowl, because I loved it. It was amazing.
Right.
It was lights out.
You need a strong defense to fluster their offense, so that. And we did it again this week when we played the Chiefs too. Hangover or just scrappy? I don't know. I mean, I got a little.
I don't believe in a hangover.
How
is it a hangover if you're winning? But I don't know. It's weird. I just don't know how it's a hangover if you're winning. I do see your point.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me go with one thing here, though. I get 2 points.
Go ahead.
One of which is one of the teams they lost to is the Giants.
True.
And that's. Now, the Giants have been playing better, but they're still not really a good team. So,
and who was the other team they lost to, Tina?
They lost to us.
Which I was going to get to next, but go ahead. Yes. Who was their other loss?
Off that we beat them, but yet they're still in every top 10 list. They're 4 to 5 places above us. They're number 1, 2, 3, and we're back at 7, 8, 9, 10. We beat them handedly.
Yes, you did.
So, I personally think that there is an East Coast bias on this issue.
All right.
That's where some of this backlash is coming from.
Okay.
The news reporters and the pundits and everybody are always, when you look at the Hall of Fame votes, when you look at a lot of the Pro Bowl votes, all this stuff, there is a huge East Coast bias in there. So these other fans get ticked off and are upset because their team, who may play well or do some of these things, it's just kind of a backlash. Personally, if I had to make a guess, I would say it's a bunch of Chiefs fans that are like playing keyboard warrior and just saying that they're having the hangover because they didn't beat them again. So there you go. But I don't think they're a bad team. I think they're a really good team.
Right. You're just mad your Broncos are behind them because they beat them.
Well, it's numbers.
Okay. No, I know. I love stats. That's why I said I get it. Like, I understand what you're saying. And again, it's that thing of
Denver, too, because you guys have been told, what did they say? You're the worst 7-2 team, which we'll get into that later.
Yeah,
before we beat the Chiefs, and even now after we beat the Chiefs, we're the worst 9-2 team that's ever played.
Right. Exactly. You guys are definitely
because it's low scoring.
Yes.
And it's within one score. You're not handedly beating everyone, which I think goes to your point that the NFL wants an offensive. They want more points being scored.
Sure. Absolutely.
So
they do. It's an offensive league. I think we all agree on that.
Keep the scores down.
Right. Exactly.
Are being called mediocre or not that great because they're not high scoring games.
No, I get that. Like I'm with you. I'm with you about your team, but I also agree with Nick in which I don't think the Eagles deserve the hate they're getting. So I get your point. Your team. So like I do think your team should be higher, but at the same time, when it's very rare outside of a few teams, right? You know, ignoring the Patriots and the Chiefs, it's very rare for you to go back to the Super Bowl that close after another one. Like it's like.
Yes, I hate John Elway. I remember.
But the thing is, statistically, that's still not.
It's very hard to do. Numbers, right. You guys have done
the
it.
Numbers, right. So the statistics are still it's still the same thing. Like it's not easy to go back. Is my point.
But my point is that I think there's a lot of people in the NFL that are giving them the Super Bowl shine and the extra couple of points because they are the Super Bowl.
Sure. The defending champs are probably always going to get some sort of love, especially if they're playing well. Happen? Right. As I said, if they're 8-2 and they're still the Super Bowl champs,
when they lost to us when we were only 2-1.
Right. And again, some people will argue with you that was early in the season, and the Eagles have rebounded. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like people.
I didn't have a problem with the standings back then.
Right. No, I know. I'm just saying, people.
It was earlier in the season.
Right.
Now that we've had we're going into our 12th week. Now that we've had 11 weeks and we've continued to do this, why are we still behind them?
I mean,
is their defense better than ours? We're top 3 in every category when it comes to defensive playing.
Yes.
I mean, I think there's an argument to be made there. I'm not saying I hate the Chiefs. I'm not saying I hate the Eagles. I dislike their fans vehemently to the bottom of my soul.
Right. Bottom of my soul. No, but because there's a thing too. Like I looked up a lot of things today. So just for clarification's sake, I know Bo Nix has been criticized for having a bad year and the low offense and all this, but for a guy whose team is 9-2, his numbers aren't that bad to me. He's 2,421 passing yards. He's got 18 touchdowns against 8 interceptions. His passer rating is bad, and I'm guessing that's just because he's had a lot of incompletions for whatever reason, because his passer rating is only 86.1, but still having a pretty good year, and his team is 9-2. So how, again, we can look at numbers, we can look at, everything, but to me, what do they say in college football? It's the eye test. Well, the eye test tells me the Broncos are 9-2. I'm just saying, the eye test tells me the Broncos are 9-2.
I agree.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
that's this
they
year.
play who they're on their schedule, and I'm looking at 9-2. So to me, the Broncos are doing great. And give me a break. Come on.
His stats are better than the year that Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl in 2015, and they're better than John Elway's rookie year.
And on that note, people, take that. That's what I'm saying. Take that, you Bronco haters. Well, again, it's still a long ways to go. Again, you've got your 8-2 Eagles again, and the Eagles, you just look at the schedule and go, they're in a pretty good spot. They're going to be fine. They'll be battling at the end. Again, it's going to be one of those things. We'll see where they actually end up in terms of seeding. But it's, again, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to let everybody get their breath. You guys come back with us, please, on the other side of this break. I believe we're going to show a clip from an old show, so enjoy this. Should be fun.
I thought it would be fun to talk a little bit about power rankings. So I went with the sporting news rankings.
Oh my God, I thought you said Power Rangers.
Oh, well, go Power Rangers. That's okay.
Like,
but were you a fan of the Power Rangers, Delilah? I don't know.
I was.
Yeah, see, there you go.
That became popular when I was a kid. I know Voltron was first. I'm that nerdy.
Oh yeah, Voltron, of course. Voltron. I love Voltron myself.
I grew up with Power Rangers.
Yeah, go Power Rangers.
Can I still be the purple one?
Absolutely. And by the way, the one thing that struck me with that clip, Tina with the very straight hair and the hairdo there. Normally she's got the curls, her hair's out here. She had the straight hairdo in that one. Look at you, Tina.
That's an older one. That's from a couple of years ago.
No, it was. That's an old clip. That's a couple of years back. Fun clip nonetheless. And again, we were talking about power rankings. We're always talking about rankings here. Again, Tina mentioned it in the last segment, right? Her team is behind the Eagles. Why? There you go. See, we talk about everything here, folks. We don't discriminate against anything. We love to talk everything. Football, we're good. We try to make you laugh too, give you a little bit of that. But now let's talk. We're going to go into our teams because, again, it's a season where both of our teams are playing pretty well. And both of our teams have gotten, I'll say, disrespected, as it were, in terms of how they got to where they are or why they got to where they are. Or, again, the quarterbacks of the respective teams and what they're doing. So, yes, we'll get into it. We're going to get into it. I'm going to go with Delilah first. Let's talk a little bit about Los Bears de Chicago.
Okay.
Because, again, our boy Caleb, right, 7-3. And, again, everybody knows. I'll repeat it again just in case nobody remembers. I was not sold on Caleb. And if you go back 2 years back when we drafted him, you will hear everything I had to say about it if you really want to know. But I was not the biggest Caleb fan, okay? And last year with Matt Eberflus and all that, yeah, I probably was hating pretty bad on Caleb and thinking we should, blow this whole thing up and do something else. Again, Ben Johnson comes in. Caleb is having a much better year. Again, if I want to be critical, there's a couple things I think he should work on, yes. But at the same time, he's having a good year. He's corrected a few things. Again, this is only a second-year quarterback. I understand he's played. And again, I want him to play better. Don't get me wrong. I'm really tired of having a heart attack every week when I watch a Bears game, to tell you the truth. I really am. Like, my heart can't take this stuff, man. I'm telling you.
The memes and videos. Oh, my God,
they're great. So but it's just like, can we just step on somebody's throat once and really just beat the crap out of them so everybody will just shut up already about us getting lucky every week? Like, I just want to do that 1 week. But again, to get to the Bears, obviously, this past week. No, you're good, Delilah. Because again, I was looking at Caleb's numbers as well. Okay, because everybody, and everybody's like, oh, it could be the Bears' 4,000, first 4,000-yard passer. And to be honest, it may be tough for him to get there. He has to average 238.5 yards for the last 7 games to hit 4,000. I crunched the numbers. I did the division. My old school, grade school math that I used to know. Right, I did all that. Crunched them all. He needs to average 238 yards and a half a game. Good evening, Nathan. I hope you're doing well out there in Baltimore, my friend. Great that you're on. And he's got to do it against these last 7 games, which is the toughest part of our schedule. I think we've all acknowledged that. We have the Steelers, the Eagles, the Packers twice. We do have the Browns in there, the 49ers, and the Lions. So it's going to be a test for us, no doubt. And again, initially when the year started, I said 8-9, 9-8 was my prediction. So for right now, that still could be it, or we could surprise everyone, beat a few of these teams, and go like 11-6, 12-5. So again, we don't know where we're going to end up, but Delilah. Our Bears. What are we going to do? Because I really am tired of the heart attacks. I just want your perspective. I haven't had a chance to really talk to you about this on air.
We haven't.
So I want to know how the season is for you and how you're processing everything that's happening to our Bears in the last 5-6 weeks. How's it, how do you see it?
Aside of the fact that I'm always at the seat of my hanging out to the seat of my pants or whatever. The fact is that in the moment, as I'm watching it, obviously, like, I'm just like, oh my God, let's just make it, right? But then when the game is over, I actually I start arguing with a lot of people through Messenger. I don't Facebook argue, by the way. It's not worth it. That's not what I mean. I don't go out
I got
that stuff. No. I mean, like, people I know that are Bears fans as well. And then I do the same thing. I'm like, okay, if you look at the numbers compared to especially last year, these are games we used to lose.
100%.
Okay?
100%.
I'm just like, so already right there, the fact that we're not losing the games that we used to, come back and all of a sudden, oh my God, what's going on? So, that is an immense turnaround. And I don't care what people say. I don't care who you are as a Bears fan. The fact that you're not giving your team that credit is shameful in my opinion, okay? Because if you look at just that, for Ben Johnson to come into the dumpster fire of what was there, which even though I I disagree with Nick on Caleb Williams because I believe that he was given the wrong system. And that's why he was failing, which on that we did agree. It's like he wasn't given a.
Oh, yeah, no. I definitely think they didn't help him last year at all, but yeah.
About the Bears not being a system known for that, right?
Right, exactly.
And so that was never what we focused on. We always focused on defense, right? That's just what the Bears were known for, right? It just carried over for years, but it wasn't working. You can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so for years and years and years, we kept choosing the wrong people. We kept choosing defensive coaches, right?
Yes.
All the time, defensive court. No hate because we saw Mike Tomlin could do it. I'm not saying it's not possible. And Dan Campbell, right? I'm not saying it's not possible. Wrong Dan. I mean the Commander.
You're good. I know. But you mean the old Redskins? No.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you know what I mean. There are defensive coordinators that can elevate themselves and do get those wins. I'm not, but it was the same formula. And then we kept bringing in like weird people. Like, what's his name? Oh my God. The Canadian coach.
Mark Trestman?
Trestman. Do you see what I mean? Like, it's stuff
John
like
Fox,
that,
Mark Trestman. Yeah.
That we're like, what is this?
Matt Nagy.
And so, yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. So then, exactly. See my point? And so,
sure, I do.
And so for once, because rest in peace, Mrs. Bears, for once, her sons, grandsons, whoever's up there was like, you can't, you know what I mean? Like, we can't keep doing this, right? And so they finally listened and they actually hired the right people. Right. And Ben Johnson said that the only reason he took the job was because they would allow him the freedom to do that, to pick the right people, to trust him to make those decisions on players, on conditioning, right? All that stuff. And then that's the only reason he came over. Right. And so again,
I think that's a key point. Sorry to interrupt you, but I think that's one thing that people don't realize either is he brought in Dennis Allen for the defense. He brought in Eric Bieniemy as a running backs coach. He brought in Antoine Randall as a receivers coach. Like he brought in people who have done well in other places in their respective jobs. Like it is about Ben Johnson because he's changing the culture. Yeah, but it's the people he also brought with him.
What I mean. Yeah,
you can't change the culture if you don't change everything.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Do you see why I love these two? Like, come on, look, and I'm going to say this really quick as a guy. No, because again, and I'm not trying to, start a race war, a gender war, but I'm just saying the fact that I can talk football with these two women and the fact that they probably know more than half of the guys I know when we talk football is amazing to me. The fact that I can just talk to them and they get it. They watch. Trust me, guys, they watch, they study. They know stuff. Like, it's great to be able to sit here and talk to these two ladies every week. I don't think you know how happy that makes me, how it really does. It's not for anything else, but just to be able to talk football, I love to do. And to find women who are just as passionate about this thing, because, the knock is always right. Football's a man's thing. The guy's there on Sunday sitting in his man cave, whatever, scratching himself, whatever. Women watch football too, people. Trust me. Right. I'm just saying. This makes me happy. That's all I can say.
Yeah, but
I love it. I just love it.
Thank you. But I think we're on the right path. And again, I know that everybody keeps going back to Caleb, but he also has improved immensely. A lot. Okay. Yeah, again, I know he's not perfect because he's coming off of last year where he was sacked the most.
62 times.
Again. He was sacked the most, and that was his rookie year.
Correct.
Rookie year.
I mean, we fixed the line, right?
So
our three interior linemen, we all signed in free agent contracts. So yeah.
That's what I'm like. And so for him to improve so much, and he came in clutch in both those close games. People never gave him credit for the fact that he's the reason we got the winning drives in the fourth quarter were him.
Yeah, they were. No, you're not wrong.
The walk-off field goal that we got, which that's exciting, walk-off, it's always
the Colston Loveland touchdown in the other game.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. Right. Back to back, he led a winning drive in the fourth quarter to help us win the game. And so
I mean,
how is that not an improvement immensely from last year?
You know when I started, I'll be honest, when I started to come around a little bit, I'm not gonna lie to you, and I know Sean's not gonna like this one, but as Sean will tell you, we're sitting there in Landover watching the game, right? Sean and I are there, and it's 24-16, and I'm like, yeah, we don't come back like this. Like this isn't. I was really. He'll tell you.
Started to start coming back like that.
Right. And Sean, Sean's always like, "Oh, it's not over yet." I'm like, "No, I think it is, bro. We don't come back from 8 points down. We just don't." And somehow we score. We get the fumble. We get the ball back. Kick the field goal to win. Jake Moody, who now went to the Commanders after he was on our practice squad. So no, Jake's not even with us anymore, even though he won that game for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just that's when I started to go. Yeah, I think maybe things are changing here, folks. The Bears come back from an 8-point deficit to win a game. We never did that. You know what I mean? And so
that's what I'm saying.
So that's like you said, these are games we totally would have lost last year without question. Right now, we'd probably be 2-8, 3-7. Like, and if you reverse it, the close games were reversed, we'd be horrible again, and people would be telling us we still suck and all that. So yes, I'm with you. And Tina, we all know you're a Broncos fan. It says it on the jacket right there, baby. But you're a Chicagoan also. So you see a lot of this. You talk to a lot of people. I'm sure your family are Bears fans.
It's all over the media everywhere.
Exactly. What is your take on this? Of course, we're going to talk about your team in a bit, but what is your take on the Bears this year and how things are going and what you see?
Or at least your family that are
Bears fans. My dad's so before it would be like, yeah, the Bears are on. Now he's like, oh, the Bears are on. I got to go.
Yeah, you're right. Must see TV.
The knowledgeable ones are they're excited. A lot of people are like you. They're like, I can't take the stress.
Yeah.
You know what? This is my take on it is, and I don't think enough people are thinking about it this way, is that this is Caleb's rookie year with Ben Johnson.
Correct. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
You're right now.
Rookie year with Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
3 new offensive linemen that are coming in.
Yeah.
And new system.
4 technically, because Theo Benedict is now the starter at left tackle, and he didn't really play much last year. So yeah, he's new with Theo too.
Stuff happens, and as we all know, the offensive plays are not throw ball here.
Right? No, right.
3 minutes to get all the crap out to tell people where they're supposed to go. So. Yeah. It takes time for that to happen. And what I think you guys are seeing is, and I said it last week, and I'll say it again, and I'll keep saying it till Bears fans actually listen, which is, I said it would happen about midway through the season. You'd start to see that line start to gel, start to work with each other. It wasn't going to be pretty in the beginning, and it wasn't, but you're starting to see it. And that's what, as a Broncos fan, we were seeing last year, when Bill came in, and when we got our new people, and we had a decent defense and stuff.
Yeah.
So it takes time for that stuff to come together correctly.
Yeah.
So enjoy the ride, have fun with it.
I'm trying. Believe me, I'm trying.
I will say this one thing: he has one bad game. Yeah, and the Boo Bears are going to be back out.
Of course. We're, what? And it's funny because
telling everybody who's a Bears fan.
Right. We talk about Eagles fans, but
Jenkins
we can be bad too. Yeah, we can be bad too. We maybe not be as bad as Eagles fans, but we can be bad too when one thing goes wrong, it's like, oh my God, it's doomsday. Blow it up. But no, I like your point too about the line though, Tina, because absolutely, like I said, it signing the 3 guys, obviously we have a new center, Drew Dahlman, and you've got Jackson and Tooney as the 2 guards. But I don't think people are giving enough credit to Darnell Wright at right tackle. This kid is having a phenomenal year. When I tell you, you watch these games, nobody's getting by that kid. Like, he is absolutely pancaking people. It's great to watch. And Theo Benedict has been a surprise. He was rookie last year. He got hurt. Yeah. He's covering the blind spot. He's the left tackle, and Theo.
The rookies are fun. I'm loving these rookies, man.
They're great. But Theo especially has really come on as that left tackle covering the blind side, and it's like our line is gelling. And then again, you see the difference. And this is why I say that with Caleb that there's still a few things because he's had all the time in the world to throw. And I think he's just overthinking a lot of things. Like there's times where he should just run and he doesn't because he's looking so hard to make a play and looking for somebody to be open and they're not, just go. And there are other times where like he passes and you're like, you probably should have ran. You had an entire hole there to just go. I think he's just overthinking and he's too, he's got so much time to do whatever he needs to do. He's not
sliding with his head anymore.
Right. Well, no, that's good. At least he's learning how to slide with his feet. Right. Don't get your knocked off because you want to, be cute. Yeah. Slide, buddy. Not head first. Nothing head first. Oh, but again, I know Delilah
bring out the slip and slide again.
Yeah, that was great. I'm not gonna lie. That was a fun thing to see when they did that. Everybody watch Hard Knocks. You saw the slip and slide.
That was the only episode I watched.
Was it? Yeah, no, that was a fun one.
I mean, it's smart. I'm like, I never thought of that.
I never thought of that either. That's pretty good. But yeah. But again, Bears are 7-3 again. Yeah. I know we got a little tough, we got the Steelers possibly without Aaron Rodgers. So people will make they'll make something out of that if Aaron doesn't play. Be like, okay, you beat Mason Rudolph. Big deal. Shut up. A win is a win. It's not our fault Aaron got hurt. Like, I don't want to hear any of that. If we win, we win. We beat the Steelers this week. We're 8-3. Right, exactly. We beat the Steelers this week. That's 8-3. We're good.
Didn't they blame us for the collarbone? Like, I don't know how many years ago, even though it's like an accident.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's payback for Charles Martin not breaking Jim McMahon's, right? Don't worry about it. But
anywho, they blame us for his collarbone.
Sorry. Let's go to Tina now, though. We're gonna get off the Bears again. Delilah and I are just much happier. I know that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead. Do it. 11.
No, I took a drink right before you said that.
You said that. Yeah,
I remember.
It's okay. It's okay. Like I said, it's collarbone. We're good. We're even. Call it a day. Yeah. But Tina, again, you're Broncos, baby. 9-2. And again, just a little context, guys, because I've actually gone to the bar where Tina watches games amongst all the Broncos fans who are. Yeah, again, almost home is a great bar. Yes, it's nice people. It's all good. But I've seen the atmosphere around when these guys, there's Broncos fans, are watching their games. They're like, it is an intense thing to see because, again, they've had a few games where it's like come down to the last play. Matter of fact, I think I walked into one game where, as Tina calls it, the what game with the leverage game. I happened to walk in on that. Yeah, I happened to walk in on that one the 1 week. So I mean, but again, Tina, I mean, and you watch every game, so I know you guys are 9-2. You're playing well. Whether they're low-scoring games or not, you guys are winning. You're playing who's on your schedule. You're winning. Give me everything you want to give me on your Denver Broncos up to this point. I want to hear it all.
I'm not going to lie. That game was nerve-wracking, but that's because it was a division rival. It's the Chiefs. They were 5-4 at the time. And unlike the Eagles, who have earned their record and everything, everybody in sports media seems to be giving the Chiefs a pass because of who they've been for the past 10 years. And It's like, that's not what this team is this year. The team this year is average. They're 5-5. They're an average team. Now, what the reason is, I can't tell you. I don't know what's going on, but I am enjoying the fact that the Chiefs fans are breaking down on social media like nobody's business. Now they're blaming the refs, saying that they didn't get calls they should have gotten. My answer to that is, you had 69 yards of penalties with 10 penalties. We had 170 yards with 10 penalties. So don't talk to me about the refs, okay?
How the tables have turned, because we used to complain about them getting all the calls, didn't we?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, they can't blame Mahomes. They can't blame Andy Reid has said that the quarterback was the problem. Chris Jones is going after Spagnuolo. I mean, this team is kind of fun to watch.
Sometimes.
Just kind of like, and I want to be like, oh God, why is this coming out of my mouth as a Broncos fan? Because I highly, highly enjoyed the end of that game. If they're 5-5, if they get their shit together, they can still make the playoffs. Though Correct. They now are only at a 7% chance.
Well, yeah, because they're ninth in the conference now. They've slipped to 9. So yeah.
So if the playoffs were as of right now, they would not be playing.
They're out, right? They don't.
But I think they're a good team. I'm not saying they're not good. It's just that I think our defense does not get enough respect right now.
Yeah,
because they're looking at the low score on the games, and so they're like, oh, well, they're not a full team, and Bo Nix isn't playing. He's in his second year, guys.
Yeah.
In a very complex system that I'm starting to maybe wonder if people might be right, because some people think that Sean Payton hasn't been showing his full playbook.
Okay.
Because he doesn't want people to have tape.
Oh, well,
because there were some things that they pulled out this week that they've never ran before.
Okay.
So, but the answer to it is like, well, defenses still win games. We got a damn good defense going on there, and we're missing our number one cornerback at this time.
Right.
So, like, what would that game have been like if Surtain had been on the opposite side?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a fun team to watch. They do give me heart attacks. I kept making the comment that we needed a defibrillator because, in a couple of cases, the refs put them on the 4-yard line, and there was a few missed tackles and things like that. But they then come back around, and the flying squirrel. You guys saw that clip? One of our defensive guys is like,
oh, he did the
and brings us in. So it's now been nicknamed the flying squirrel. Okay. Sure. But that's funny. That's what you do. We didn't put points on the board. It's 3 and out. We got back, and Bo just in the fourth quarter. I don't know what. He just digs down in deep, and in the fourth quarter, and just pulls things out that it just happens. And you throw to Cortland, and you got a first down, and all of that. So,
I'm glad you brought that up. Because I wanted to mention this earlier because again, being Mr. Stats guy today, he has. If we're looking at stuff, right, we have the 8-2 Eagles, and again, it's only by 2, but he's got 2 more touchdowns than Jalen Hurts does.
I know.
Sam Darnold he's got 1 more than Sam Darnold. That's Seahawks 7-3. He's got 5 more than our boy Caleb, who's 7-3. So as far as like he's scoring, it seems like, and maybe I'm wrong, Tina, but again, it seems like he's scoring when he needs to. Like it may not be, he's not blowing you out every week, and he's not throwing 4 touchdowns a week, but the guy still has 18 touchdowns in 11 games. So he's averaging at least 1.5 a game, which is enough again with your defense to win. Now, again, if you want to start calling him game manager or whatever, but I'm just saying that to me, when you got a guy who's already on his way to at least 3,500 yards for the year, and again, another, 8 or 9 touchdowns, it puts him almost close to 30 for the year. I don't know. Again, it's just maybe because our teams are not getting the credit that they deserve for what, because again, people started, when you schedule this week and then, but like, we don't.
They always do that. We're used to that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and again,
we're used to, even like, not just us. I've done that with teams that I don't even like because we just go football. Like, I'm like, no, it has nothing to do with that. Like, it's
any given Sunday, right? Any given Sunday.
Yeah, any given Sunday. I'm sorry, because I'm thinking about Fast and the Furious. Doesn't matter if you win by a mile or like, he's right though.
Yeah,
victory is not given to the. No, we're Sean. We need Sean right now.
No, but I mean, but like I know, and it's like that's the like only the first 3 were good. After that, they were crazy. But it's the same argument, like right? Yeah. Like who cares if we're winning by field goals? Like we're winning.
Winning, right? Winning. Winning.
In there. And that's the thing. The last 3 games, Sean Payton has made sure we got to a position that you have 3 seconds left on the clock. You kick the field goal, and it's a do or die situation. It doesn't matter. A win is a win. But here's the thing this is one of the things I've been thinking about, and I think this is where like sports media is coming from.
Yeah,
is all the teams that they thought were going to be the contenders
are not.
Yep. No.
With the Eagles getting beat, though they did bounce back, and they're doing well in their division. They thought the Chiefs were going to do well. No. Nick Wright was picking the Raiders to beat us and we would be last in the division. I so enjoyed those videos on Tuesday of him having to eat
Tell him, Sean. Thank you, Sean, for tuning in and commenting. Look at what's happening in the AFC East. Are the Buffalo Bills first place in that division? I think not, my friend.
The Patriots are.
New England have taken the lead in that division, and I go, nobody picked that one. So I don't even want to hear that. And that's another subject for another time as well, but go Patriots. But yeah, I again, like you said, Tina, there are teams that have come up this year that everybody's like, because
I'm excited.
The Bills have lost major games that they shouldn't have lost.
Right.
Like the Bills, they aren't as solid as they thought they were. There's a lot, like the Colts are playing out of their minds right now.
Yes, Daniel Jones, another guy who was with the Vikings last year and they didn't want. So there you go.
Yeah, like now we only lost that game because of a
just saying, right?
Leverage call, but
oh man.
Let's see that.
No, again, you get the Colts again. You get the Colts, right? You don't get the Colts. Sorry, you don't get the Colts again. Never mind.
But they might meet up in the.
But in the playoffs, I think I mentioned a couple weeks ago, right? Wouldn't it be great if we saw the Colts and the Broncos in the playoffs? Play for the chance to go to the Super Bowl?
That's kind of fun. Okay, obviously because Peyton Manning played on both and won Super Bowls with both, so that'll be.
Yeah, I would watch the Manning cast for that if that happens. I would love to see that.
Because he's gonna be talking, of course.
That's what I said. I'd love to see the Manning cast if that happens. I would definitely watch that instead of anybody else calling the game because that would be the fun part. Who do you root for?
Call against himself.
Right. Yes. Exactly. That'd be great. But yeah, I just think, again, and I think it speaks to what, Tito's talking about. It's like people were not expecting these teams. Nobody expected the Patriots to be where they are.
Right. I am tuning in.
You certainly didn't pick the Bears to be where they are. Nobody picked, the Broncos to be where they are.
Well,
and this is great. This is football, baby. So I love this.
We're not getting any respect for making the playoffs last year.
No,
when nobody thought we were going to do anything better than 50-50. Now, yes, we got our asses handed to us by the Bills, and I knew that was going to happen because we probably were a year ahead of where we
should be. Yeah, we needed to be right.
But
you made it.
We did it, and we're doing even better this year.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I do think sometimes we play down to the caliber of the team we're playing.
Okay, that's teams have done that too.
How low the score was for the Raiders, and that is why I'm thinking Sean Payton is doing what I think there's some truth to that.
Yeah.
Like Sean Payton isn't going to do this high-flying offense against the Raiders because that gives other teams tape on those plays.
Right. No, that's true too, though. Right. That you have a way to stop whatever it is the evil genius is trying to do there. Right. I get it.
Right.
Don't show them everything, baby. Don't show them everything.
I mean, our wide receivers, our young guys are having some dropsies. So, but I mean, Marvin Mims had a 60 or 70-yard punt kickoff return.
Kick return, yeah, I did see that.
Returned because of a flag.
Flag, right? Correct. So it could have right. That could have made the difference in the game too. So again, all these things matter. All these things count. And then our final word on that is
to watch right now.
Right.
For 10 years, I've been with you guys in the trenches. Like, oh God, like this.
Right. No. Right. Exactly.
Painful. This is just painful. Why are we doing this? Now it's fun to watch the team. I mean, we filled. So when this weekend, we played 320. So you guys played before us.
Right.
The bar was pretty. The front was pretty filled when I got there at like 2:30.
Right.
We had every table and every chair filled in that bar at 3:00.
Yep. I'll bet you
because of the game, and it was pretty loud and raucous.
Yeah.
And
I saw some of your video.
We were also very, very nervous.
I'm a little nervous. I am nervous about Sunday. I'm apprehensive.
Yeah,
because,
absolutely, for sure.
It's
a test for us. I think it's a test for us.
We play the Steelers. That's the whole thing. Like if Aaron Rodgers plays and he owns us, right? That's the whole argument.
That's what everybody's waiting to see. If they're going to say is Aaron playing because he owns the Bears, right?
So that's been like the argument as well. But also my concern only is because how we played against Baltimore, like another AFC
that was a winnable game.
And that's really why I'm more thinking that.
For sure.
But more like I don't know if we have the number of AFC teams, because we don't play them a lot, and so I don't know if we're ready for that in that regard. But we'll see. We'll have another heart attack, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, exactly. You're right.
I really do think the Steelers are beatable. Their defense is really good.
Yes.
But they've also not had to play against offenses like yours that are capable of scoring 21 plus points in every game.
True.
That is the one thing, like a lot of people didn't realize about the Bears is they're the only team in the NFL that scored 21 points or more in every one of their games this year.
Right.
Or that was true a couple of weeks ago. So Caleb may not be 100 like up to full potential, but he can throw the ball, and
he's light years improved. My God, listen, keep going, kid. Whatever you're doing is working. Whatever. Listen to the coaches, because whatever you're doing that's helping you like get where you need to be, like just keep building on it, man. Just
agree.
I don't care. Do what you got to do. I heard that you also went over when JJ lost because it's his rookie year. You know how that felt, and then you went over there and talked to him and gave him a hug and stuff. And I like stuff like that because JJ, as much as like, listen, I'm glad we beat the Minnesota Vikings, but he's a hometown boy, man. He's from like
look at Delilah. He wore a Bears jersey as a kid. They always show that picture of him with the Bears jersey on at the game and all that stuff.
He remembers what it is to be a rookie and being booed and like treated like crud by your own fan base and like all the the stress and the stigma. So I like the sportsmanship. We all do, right? We like stuff like that.
So kind of like what you were talking. So when Jay Cutler was coming over to Chicago and everything, one of the sportscasters and everything was like, "Oh, well, you're going to find it really different here." He goes, "What do you mean? Denver just is bad. Their sports media."
I love him. I don't care.
Probably even worse because it's a smaller town and like just like he was like. Seriously, there's articles in there about Brian Greasy tripping over his dog.
Oh my God.
Like, Brandon Marshall, bipolar shit. Like he's like, like not gonna be that big.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, no, it was
the scrutiny.
I love him to this day. I don't care what people say. We got memes out of it. When memes weren't even a thing, he became a meme. Think about that.
Yeah, I know. The cigarette hanging out of his mouth and the whole thing.
He made his wife's show watchable at the time because they got divorced.
Oh, that's true.
Everybody turned. I don't care. It's true. Everybody tuned in to Kristen Cavallari's show for him.
What they was gonna do
because he was hilarious. Because he was like eating. He was like chopping on a tomahawk. Yeah, like it was like a tomahawk steak or something. Like, and she was like, "You're eating like a caveman." He was like, "Yeah, you married a football player."
Right. What do you want?
You know what I mean? It's like, from like,
so true.
Did he go like? He's from like Santa Claus, Indiana, or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Is that where he's from? I forgot.
Who got into a war with Philip Rivers from the sidelines? They were shooting. They were trash talking to each other across.
Bro, that was so. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, he's hilarious.
This is also the kid that walked out of the meeting with Josh McDaniels and said, "I don't care where I go, get the fuck out of here."
Right.
Oh my God. Anyway.
Oh man.
Jay, come back. Yeah. Like please start your own show or something because you're hilarious.
Like the Jay Cutler jersey. Like there's a lot of like I still respect the Jay Cutler Denver Broncos jersey. So
there you go. Right. There you go. All right. Well, look again. I think we can all agree.
Is this a positive or what?
Nasty word.
Is that good or bad? I'm too old.
Help me out, Nate. Clarify what you're trying to say there, boss? Right.
I'm sorry.
We're with you. Unless you were talking about the Jay Cutler stuff. Please explain to me what's happening. Right. I don't know. 6'7". No, I don't know what that is.
Oh, I guess 6'7" is hands up and 4'1" is hands down now.
I have no idea. I'm still telling the joke. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. So I mean, come on. What do I know?
That's what I thought. That was honestly, I did think about.
Yeah, that I have no clue what the 6'7" thing is, and now it's everywhere, and everybody says 6'7". My 4-year-old great niece came up to me the other day and said 6'7", and I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
They all say it. It's crazy.
I don't know. All right, but
the Brian Greasy thing.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I was like, what?
Thanks, Nate. No, thank you, Nate. Right. Appreciate that, sir.
Well, the thing is, initially when it came out, they said that he tripped going down the driveway. And so the under and then he tripped over the dog.
The dog, right. Yeah. I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember that.
He was so drunk.
Tripped over the dog.
He tripped in the driveway,
right,
leaving a party. So it was kind of like a buried, like a local secret that Greasy had an alcohol problem at the time.
Right. I think,
but he blamed it on his dog.
On the dog. On the dog. Always blaming it on the dog. Who peed? The dog did it, right?
The dog was absolutely adorable. Like, don't blame the dog.
Okay, don't blame the dog, would you? Because you're drunk. Don't blame the dog. Sorry, Brian. No, I'm sure you've gotten help and you're fine. But just don't blame the dog. All right, folks. Well, again, I think we can all agree we're both very excited about where our team's going these last. Well, Tina's got 6 games. We have 7. Tina's on the bye. The Broncos on the bye this week. Oddly enough, Tina's taking her vacation on the bye week. Was that planned? Question for a later time, Tina. I think with some going on there. But anywho,
I'm not glad that I didn't look it up and go, okay, it's even better.
Right. Yeah, you are on a bye this week, so you're good. Enjoy the vacation.
Guys are going to do Mile High Minute tomorrow. So it'll be
awesome.
Tina, but there will be a Mile High Minute tomorrow.
There will be a Mile High Minute. Awesome. We look forward to that. We're going to take one more quick break, folks, and come back with our last segment. So again, enjoy this clip, and please come back on the other end of this. Come back for more. Thank you.
See you on the flip side.
There you go.
Tito Winter, how are you?
He told me to tell you something else. Something about being very pleased to be in your presence this evening. That's not exactly how that goes, I don't think, but that's about the best I could get out of it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for that. We're happy that you were able to join us then. We'll talk to Handy next week, I guess. Tina, how are you, Tina, on this fine Tuesday?
I'm having a good time, and I'm hopping, excited to be on the show tonight.
Wah, 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 wah.
All right. Hey, do you see what I'm saying? Well, obviously, that's from last year's Halloween show, folks. For those
I forgot about that.
You forgot about the ears?
Andy with his
What was he even doing? What was that man doing? I don't even know.
Trying to do an Irish accent that he got better later. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Bad bunny pun.
Oh my God. Yay. Clips. I love it.
That's what I said. Old clips from shows are the best. Then again, folks, if you ever want to catch some of these things, look at there. Nick got a kick out of it. See, there you go. Nick loves it. You can find us on YouTube. Let's Talk Football, the Roundtable. You can see some of our old clips, some of our old shows. So, hey, again, don't just come and see us on Tuesday or Wednesday nights when we come on. You can go back and watch all of the stuff we've done the last 5-6 hours. Right? You know, but yes, go back and check out our shows. Thank you so much for all that. Obviously, a shout out to Sean Spencer, the man who started all this. Put all those clips online, has put them together and thrown them out there over the years and all the episodes. Thank you, Sean, for that. And again, folks, you know, we always end the show kind of with one last question. This is kind of a little thing where it's not necessarily football related because we like to, you know, show a little bit of our human side and show you who we are, not just the funny people who know football and all that good stuff. But this week, I think the question is kind of in honor of Tina going on her little vacation to Puerto Vallarta for the next 5 days. Again, only slightly jealous, but hey, enjoy yourself, Miss Tina. But we're going to ask each other, what is your favorite vacation or the best vacation you've taken? So, Tina, we will start with you. You're going on vacation, but what is the best vacation or your favorite that you've taken in your lifetime?
Up until last year, I would have said Hawaii or Greece.
Okay.
But now I will say Amane Goy Italia.
Yes, Tina went to Italy. Yeah, you went to Italy earlier this year, correct? It was earlier this year?
I went last summer, not this summer, but the summer before.
Oh, summer before? Okay, so, gotcha.
Yeah, so 2024 I went. So like once I went, I understand why people want to go back again and again and again. Okay. So amazing place. So that would be for me. Italy.
It's definitely on my list. If you know, I'll talk about mine in a minute because I actually haven't been. I've only been to Canada. I've never really been out of the country. I went to Canada once, and that was many years ago. So I still look forward to the overseas vacation that I'll take at some point in my life, hopefully, good Lord willing. But Delilah, how about you? Favorite vacation you've taken, or just one that was very memorable for you? However you want to look at that.
My sister trip last year. The three of us, we went to Puerto Rico together.
Right. I remember that. To see your dad, great. Right? You also saw your dad while you were there?
Yeah, and our family, and it was during the Christmas season, and so like that was good. I enjoyed that because the three of us were together, and you know how it is with siblings. Well, I don't know. I know some people are, but if you have siblings or cousins or whatever,
I do. Yeah.
It's just like when you're by yourself. We're adults, but we look for other adults. Like, what's going on? We're really the adults now, but you know, it's just a good time. Right.
We're really doing this.
We had such a fabulous time just together. It was more like not just the beauty of it and the place but just together and just our jokes. It's just like, you know, even like, you know, when things go wrong on vacation, but ends up being like funny. That's what I say. Yes. Like it was just so good. It was just a good time.
Oh, that's awesome. Absolutely.
You know, it was good seeing my dad and like our family, but we also made sure to go and do other stuff and like check out like, you know, something that is very popular over there. You know, you do like dive bar hopping here. Over there, we call it chinchorreando.
Right. Okay.
But it's the same premise. You go to all the local bars and establishments, which, by the way, I recommend that you do the Puerto Rican party bus. It's not like over here.
Not like here, huh?
The music is blasting. People are drinking, you know, like it's just a whole different vibe. And also, I hope you're comfortable with like, you know, hills and stuff.
Right. Oh no, yeah, I've heard about the things in Puerto Rico where the roads and the stuff,
Oh yeah. But no, but I think that part was why it was my favorite, only because I had to spend with my sisters and like we made memories and so and I'm also going out of town next week with my oldest sister.
Okay.
My other sister could have joined us this time, so it'll be a duo. So that'll be good too. We'll see what happens. And we're going to Vegas, so you know.
Oh,
prayers up.
Hangover part 5. Delilah and her sisters in Las Vegas. Hangover.
Huh?
Good.
Where are you going to Vegas?
Well, next Friday with my sister. Woo.
Nice.
Oh, and I'll be in Vegas the following weekend.
We're not together. We didn't match up. No.
Wait, and I'll be in Vegas to vote. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to.
Oh, no. That would have been great. That would have been
hilarious. Oh, nice.
Would have been like Tina and Delilah in Vegas.
No, that's great. But this season we got right. Now, see, again, the two ladies who have been over, you know, out of the country those are their memories, right? We got Italy for Tina, Puerto Rico for Delilah. So mine obviously is a vacation I took here in the 48 continental United States, of course.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. As I say, but mine, of course, I was stateside because like I said, I've yet to venture over the pond, but I definitely will. Again, that's on my list to do. But it's funny because I was thinking about this, and there was really two that were at the top of my list. It's kind of a tie, but I think I'll give it to the Baltimore trip that I took only because I got to see a game with Sean. We saw the Commanders Bears, so that was awesome. And I got to meet Nathan Snell in person. I've known Nate Snell for the last 4 or 5 years, like 4 or 5, whatever. Finally got to meet Nate in person. We met him at the school that he worked at, so that was nice. So I think I got to see 2 football games because I went to the Ravens-Rams game on the Sunday and Bears. So it was a football weekend for me. It was a great time to get away.
That's awesome.
That sort of thing. But up until that point, it probably would have been the Nashville trip I took in July because, again, when you've got food and music, those are the 2 things I love most. Nashville to me was just phenomenal for everything. Like,
Nate's
I had
a good guy.
Thank you, Nate. And again, it was a pleasure to meet you in person, my friend. But yeah, I think Baltimore. Then my trip to Baltimore was definitely probably my favorite vacation up to this point. So there you go. I mean, I'm sure you guys, everybody watching out there, you have a favorite vacation you've taken. And again, I totally recommend it because this was the year I really started to travel, honestly, more. You know, I went to a wrestling event in Indy with my dad in February. You know, I went to St. Louis by myself to see a wrestling event. I went into the Arch. That was fun. You know, went to Nashville, went to Baltimore. So, I mean, any chance you can get
Nashville.
to go. Yeah, as I said, Nashville, I would definitely go back in a heartbeat. Like, you do not have to beg me to go back. If somebody says they're going, I'll jump in their luggage because I definitely want to go back to Nashville. But yeah, again,
go to Memphis and do the blues if you're a blues guy.
Yeah. Oh no, music anywhere. If music and food, I'm there. Like, trust me, I got a few places right. I got to start planning for next year.
We gotta take Nick to Beale Street. Yeah, we gotta do
Chewy, what's your favorite vacation spot, Chewy? No,
we gotta do Beale Street.
Oh, I'd love to. No, I believe me. I'd love to. Again, Memphis is not a place I had a layover in Memphis, so I had breakfast in Memphis.
No, you got to do Memphis.
So yeah, I didn't get to stay long or any of that, but I had breakfast in Memphis. So
yeah.
But again, another show has come to an end. But again, thank you all in the comments. We saw Ben, we saw Sean, we saw Nate. Please, thank you guys all for watching. We really do appreciate it. Yeah, again, we are taking next week off. It's the holiday, and I know everybody's already. Again, I know I got to work at the center. Got stuff with school and all that, work, and then Tina's going to be coming down from that 5-day vacation to Puerto Vallarta, so she probably, she'll be in the house doing whatever. So yeah, again, thank you guys so much for watching. For Delilah Crespo and Tina Winter, I'm Nick Rosario. Everybody have a great holiday. Give thanks for what you can. I hope you get to spend time with your loved ones or whoever it is you feel special enough to spend your holiday with. Have a great time. Eat a lot of food. Drink a lot of whatever. And have a great time. We'll see you back in December when we talk more football and figure out where our Bears and Broncos will be right at that point. Thank you very much. Have a great week, everyone. Bye. See you later.